The Economy of Machinery and Manufactures by Charles Babbage 1832. Chapter 17. Of Prices Measured by Money. 201. The money price at which an article sells furnishes us with comparatively little information respecting its value, if we compare distant intervals of time and different countries. For gold and silver, in which price is usually measured, are themselves subject, like all other commodities, to changes in value, nor is there any standard to which these variations can be referred. The average price of a certain quality of different manufactured articles, or of raw produce, has been suggested as a standard, but a new difficulty then presents itself, for the improved methods of producing such articles render their money price extremely variable within very limited periods. The annexed table will afford a striking instance of this kind of change within a period of only 12 years. Prices of the following articles at Birmingham, in the under-mentioned years. Description: 1818, 1824, 1828, 1830. SD. Anvil CWB 25 020 016 013 0 balls, polished. Liverpool gross to 6 to 0161 to bed screws, 6 inches long gross 18 015 06050 bits. Tin. 4 bridle dozen 505033 to 6 bolts for doors, 6 inches dozen 6050 to 316 braces for carpenters, with 12 bits set 90 for 0 for 235 buttons, for coats gross for 66330, to 2 buttons, small, for waistcoats gross to 6 to 01 to 08 candlesticks, 6 inches, brass pair to 1121712 curry combs. 6 barred dozen to 9 to 615011 frying pans CWB 25 021 018 0. 16 0 gun blocks, single roller each 605 to 110 16 hammers. Shoe, number 0 dozen 693933029. Description: 1818, 1824, 1828, 1830. SD. Hinges, cast butts, 1 inch dozen 0 10 0 and 71 halves 0 and 31 fourths 0 and 21 fourths knobs, brass, 2 inches for commodes dozen for 0 3 6 1 6 1 2 latches for doors, bright thumb dozen to 3 2 2 1 0 0 9 locks for doors, iron rim, 6 inches dozen 38 0 32. 015 013 6 sad irons and other castings CWB 22 620 014 011 6 shovel and tongs, fire irons pair 10100906 spoons, tin table gross 17 615 010 070 stirrups, plated pair for 639. 1611 trace chains CWB 28 025 019 616 6 trays, Japan T. 30 inches each for 630 to 015 vices for blacksmiths CWB 30 028 022 019 6 wire, brass pounds 110 1 for 100. 9. Iron, number 6 bund. 16 013 09070. 202. I have taken some pains to assure myself of the accuracy of the above table. At different periods of the years quoted the prices may have varied, but I believe it may be considered as a fair approximation. In the course of my inquiries I have been favored with another list, in which many of the same articles occur, but in this last instance the prices quoted are separated by an interval of 20 years. It is extracted from the books of a highly respectable house at Birmingham, and the prices confirm the accuracy of the former table, so far as they relate to the articles which are found in that list. Prices of 1812 and 1832. Reduction percent in price of description: 1812 1832 1812 SD. Anvil CWB 25 014 040 for alls, Liverpool blades gross 361 candlesticks, iron, plain 3 and 103/4 2 and 31 halves 41 screwed 6 and 41 halves 3 9 41 bed screws, 6 inch square head gross 7 6 for 640 flat head gross 8 6 for 845 curry combs, 6 barred dozen 4 and 01 halves 1075. Reduction percent in price of description: 1812 1832 1812 SD. Curry combs, 8 barred dozen 5 and 51 halves 1570 for patent, 6 barred dozen 7 and 11 halves 1588 barred dozen 8 and 63/4 11079 fire irons, Iron head, number 1. 1 and 41 halves 0 and 73 fourths 53 number 2 160 and 81 halves 53 number 3 1 and 81 fourths 0 and 91 halves 53 number 4 1 and 101 halves 0 and 101 halves 53 gun locks, single roller each 7 and 21 halves 111 73 locks, 1 and 1/4 brass, port, pad 16 0 to 685 2 and 1/2 inch 3 keyed till locks each to 209 65 shoe tacks gross 50 to 0 60 spoons, tinned, iron table gross 22 670 69 stirrups, calm, tinned, 2 bar dozen 70 to 961 trace chains, iron CWV 46 and 91 halves 15 068. Prices of the principal materials used in mines in Cornwall. At different periods I am indebted to Mr. John Taylor for this interesting table. All delivered at the mines. Description 1800 1810 1820 1830 1832 SD coals weigh 81 785 553 for 51 040 timber balk foot to 0 for 0 15100 10 oak foot 3 and 31 halves 303633 ropes CWB 66 084 048 640 40 iron common bar CWD 26 14 6 11 0 7 0 66 common castings CWB 16 0 15 0 8 0 66 pumps CWB 16S and 17S, 17S and 18S, 12S and 15S. 66610 gunpowder 100 pounds 114 to 117 668 050 to 649 0 candles 9310 0895 11 410 tallow CWB 70 to 084 065 850 to 643 0 leather pounds 2423 24 22 21 blistered steel CWB 50 044 038 02S nails CWB 30 to 028 622 017 016 6. 203. I cannot omit availing myself of this opportunity of calling the attention of the manufacturers, merchants, and factors, in all our manufacturing and commercial towns, to the great importance, both for their own interests, and for that of the population to which their capital gives employment, of collecting with care such averages from the actual sales registered in their books. Nor, perhaps, would it be without its use to suggest, that such averages would be still more valuable if collected from as many different quarters as possible, that the quantity of the goods from which they are deduced, together with the greatest deviations from the mean, ought to be given, and that if a small committee were to undertake the task, it would give great additional weight to the information. Political economists have been reproached with too small the use of facts, and too large an employment of theory. If facts are wanting, let it be remembered that the closet philosopher is unfortunately too little acquainted with the admirable arrangements of the factory, and that no class of persons can supply so readily, and with so little sacrifice of time, the data on which all the reasonings of political economists are founded, as the merchant and manufacturer, and, unquestionably, to no class are the deductions to which they give rise so important. Nor let it be feared that erroneous deductions may be made from such recorded facts. The errors which arise from the absence of facts are far more numerous and more durable than those which result from unsound reasoning respecting true data. 204. The great diminution in price of the articles here enumerated may have arisen from several causes. 1. The alteration in the value of the currency. 2. The increased value of gold in consequence of the increased demand for coin. The first of these causes may have had some influence, and the second may have had a very small effect upon the two first quotations of prices, but none at all upon the two latter ones. 3. The diminished rate of profit produced by capital however employed. This may be estimated by the average price of 3% at the period stated. 4. The diminished price of the raw materials out of which these articles were manufactured. The raw material is principally brass and iron, and the reduction upon it may, in some measure, be estimated by the diminished price of iron and brass wire, in the cost of which articles, the labor bears a less proportion than it does in many of the others. 5. The smaller quantity of raw material employed, and perhaps, in some instances, an inferior quality of workmanship. 6. the improved means by which the same effect was produced by diminished labor. 205. In order to afford the means of estimating the influence of these several causes, the following table is subjoined. 1812, 1818, 1824, 1828, 1830, 1832 average price of pounds SD, pounds SD, pounds SD, pounds SD, pounds SD, pounds SD gold. Per oz for 15.6 for 0, 317 and 61 halves 317 7 317 and 91 halves 317 10 and 1 half value of currency. Percent 79 53 97 6 10 100 area code 100100100 price of 3% consoles 591 fourths 781 fourths 935 eighths 86 and 893 fourths 821 halves wheat per quarter 650 for 1032 liter 311 10 314 6 to 193. English pig iron at Birmingham 7 liters 00676 liters 00510 04 liters 00. English bar iron at Birmingham 1010 0910 07 15 06 00500 Swedish bar iron in London, excluding duty from £4 to £6 tenths per ton 16 10 17 10 14 14 10 13 15 13 to 0. As this table, if unaccompanied by any explanation, might possibly lead to erroneous conclusions, I subjoin the following observations, for which I am indebted to the kindness of Mr. Tooke, who may yet, I hope, be induced to continue his valuable work on high and low prices, through the important period which has elapsed since its publication. The table commences with 1812, and exhibits a great falling off in the price of wheat and iron coincidentally with a fall in the price of gold, and leading to the inference of cause and effect. Now, as regards wheat, it so happened that in 1812 it reached its highest price in consequence of a series of bad harvests, when relief by importation was difficult and enormously expensive. In December 1813, whilst the price of gold had risen to £5, the price of wheat had fallen to 73s, or 50% under what it had been in the spring of 1812. Proving clearly that the two articles were under the influence of opposite causes. Again, in 1812, the freight and insurance on Swedish iron were so much higher than at present as to account for nearly the whole of the difference of price, and in 1818 there had been an extensive speculation which had raised the price of all iron, so that a part of the subsequent decline was a mere reaction from a previously unfounded elevation. More recently, in 1825, there was a great speculative rise in the article, which served as a strong stimulus to increased production. This, aided by improved power of machinery, has proceeded to such an extent as fully to account for the fall of price. To these reflections I will only add, that the result of my own observation leads me to believe that by far the most influential of these causes has been the invention of cheaper modes of manufacturing. The extent to which this can be carried, while a profit can't yet be realized at the reduced price, is truly astonishing, as the following fact, which rests on good authority, will prove. 20 years since, the brass knob for the locks of doors was made at Birmingham, the price, at that time, being 13s. for d. per dozen. The same article is now manufactured, having the same weight of metal, and an equal, or in fact a slightly superior finish, at 1s. 91/ for d. per dozen. One circumstance which has produced this economy in the manufacture is, that the lathe on which these knobs are finished is now turned by a steam engine, so that the workman, relieved from that labor, can make them 20 times as fast as he did formerly. 206. The difference of price of the same article, when of various dimensions at different periods in the same country, and in different countries, is curiously contrasted in the annexed table. Comparative price of plate glass, at the manufactories of London, Paris, Berlin, and Petersburg. Dimensions: London, Paris, Berlin, Petersburg. Height: breadth 1771, 1794, 1832, 1825, 1835, 1828, 1825. In inches: pounds, SD, pounds, SD, pounds, SD, pounds, SD, pounds, SD, pounds, SD, pounds, SD. 16 16 0 1 0 3 0 1 0 1 0 1 7 6 0 8 7 0 7 6 0 8 1 0 4 1 0 30 20. 146 230 to 26 10 11610 17 10 0 1 0 6 12 10 50 30 24 to 4 11 5 0 6 12 10 9 0 5 5 0 3 8 13 0 5 15 0 60 40 67 14 10 27 0 0 13 9 6 22 7 5 10 4 3 21 18 0 12 9 0 76 40 43 6 0 19 to 9 36 4 5 14 17 5 35 to 11 17 5 0 90 50 84 8 0 30 for 12 9 71 3 8 28 13 for 33 18 7 175 275 0 0 70 for 5 10 210 13 379 7 120 75 97 15 9 354 3 to 98 310. The price of silvering these plates is 20% on the cost price for English glass, 10% on the cost price for Paris plates, and 12.5% on those of Berlin. The following table shows the dimensions and price, when silvered, of the largest plates of glass ever made by the British Plate Glass Company, which are now at their warehouse in London. Height bread price when silvered inches pounds SD. 132 84 208 0 146 81 227 0 149 84 239 16 131 83 239 10 7 168 0 246 15 4. The prices of the largest glass in the Paris lists when silvered, and reduced to English measure, were: year inches price when silvered pounds SD 1825 128 80 629 12 0 1835 128 80 136 19 0 207. If we wish to compare the value of any article at different periods of time, it is clear that neither any one substance, nor even the combination of all manufactured goods, can furnish us with an invariable unit by which to form our scale of estimation. Mr. Malthus has proposed for this purpose to consider a day's labor of an agricultural laborer, as the unit to which all value should be referred. Thus, if we wish to compare the value of 20 yards of broadcloth in Saxony at the present time, with that of the same kind and quantity of cloth fabricated in England 2 centuries ago, we must find the number of days' labor the cloth would have purchased in England at the time mentioned, and compare it with the number of days' labor which the same quantity of cloth will now purchase in Saxony. Agricultural labor appears to have been selected, because it exists in all countries, and employs a large number of persons, and also because it requires a very small degree of previous instruction. It seems, in fact, to be merely the exertion of a man's physical force, and its value above that of a machine of equal power arises from its portability, and from the facility of directing its efforts to arbitrary and continually fluctuating purposes. It may perhaps be worthy of inquiry, whether a more constant average might not be deduced from combining with this species of labor those trades which require but moderate exertion of skill and which likewise exist in all civilized countries, such as those of the blacksmith and carpenter, etc. 1 asterisk. In all such comparisons there is, however, another element, which, though not essentially necessary, will yet add much to our means of judging. It is an estimate of the quantity of that food on which the laborer usually subsists, which is necessary for his daily support, compared with the quantity which his daily wages will purchase. 208. The existence of a class of middlemen, between small producers and merchants, is frequently advantageous to both parties, and there are certain periods in the history of several manufactures which naturally call that class of traders into existence. There are also times when the advantage ceasing, the custom of employing them also terminates. The middlemen, especially when numerous, as they sometimes are in retail trades, enhancing the price without equivalent good. Thus, in the recent examination by the House of Commons into the state of the coal trade, it appears that 5/6 of the London public is supplied by a class of middlemen who are called in the trade brass plate coal merchants. These consist principally of merchants' clerks, gentlemen's servants, and others, who have no wharfs of their own, but merely give their orders to some true coal merchant, who sends in the coals from his wharf. The brass plate coal merchants, of course, receiving a commission for his agency. 209. In Italy this system is carried to a great extent amongst the voituriers, or persons who undertake to convey travellers. There are some possessed of greater fluency and a more persuasive manner who frequent the inns where the English resort, and who, as soon as they have made a bargain for the conveyance of a traveller, go out amongst their countrymen and procure some other voyageur to do the job, for a considerably smaller sum, themselves pocketing the difference. A short time before the day of starting, the contractor appears before his customer in great distress, regretting his inability to perform the journey on account of the dangerous illness of the mother or some relative, and requesting to have his cousin or brother substituted for him. The English traveller rarely fails to acquiesce in this change, and often praises the filial piety of the rogue who has deceived him. Notes 1. Much information for such an inquiry is to be found, for the particular period to which it refers, in the report of the Committee of the House of Commons on Manufacturers' Employment, July 2, 1830.